few of us started to notice that there were advertising hoardings all over the place. A lot of people think advertising hoardings don't really impact on our lives, but we started to get sick and tired of them. They were on every street corner, they were just going up all the time. We think we don't pay for advertising, but the costs are incurred in the products we buy. We found out at the same time from a local neighbourhood survey that 95% of the billboards in our area didn't have planning permission. So they were doing it without any of our consent, without paying money to the council. So we did a survey of a list of all the billboards in our area, and we sent it in a letter to the council and asked them to do something about it. If the boards didn't have planning permission, we wanted them taken down. Luckily, there was an enforcement officer who just started working at the council, and he was very enthusiastic, and he started to work on it straight away. And over the next 18 months, about 20 to 30 billboards were taken down around where we live. It did take a lot of time, so in the meantime we did other things. For instance, we had a reclaiming billboards kind of campaign where we went out and we posted up notices about local events, community festivals or a local bike ride. However, one night when we were out reclaiming a billboard, we got arrested by 2 van loads of police. So we were arrested for basically fly posting on a legal billboard, a billboard which shouldn't have been there in the first place, and we were charged with criminal damage. We just thought it was a complete waste of time, and luckily eventually, after some bad publicity that the case got, well, positive publicity for us, the charges were dropped.
And they're doing it to developers, they make millions out of people. It's disgusting, it's all wrong. Spaces.
Residents' associations work with other community organisations, such as Friends of Parks groups, on common campaigns and issues affecting local neighbourhoods and local services.
Red Gables, the campaign for Red Gables lasted exactly a year, and in December of 2004, in the paper there was a tiny article saying that Red Gables, a family centre for people with special needs and vulnerable children, was going to close. It became a borough-wide issue really, because the centre didn't just supply help for people locally, it was a Haringey centre, and so we had people from Tottenham, from Wood Green, from Crouch End, Muswell Hill, Highgate, everywhere working together to save this centre for families. In the end, I mean, the council had to make a complete and utter U-turn. And actually they did acknowledge the good work that the Residents' Association and the users of the centre had done in constructing reasonable arguments as to why the centre should continue.
In the last year or so, we've achieved making our streets look better through getting trees planted, and there was a local alleyway which used to be full of rubbish. People used to dump rubbish there, and we got the council to tidy that alleyway up, so now it's got a mirror, so it's safer to walk down now. We also had problems with traffic speeding down one of the roads, and we got traffic calming measures put in, such as humps. And there's an area of green space to the north of our area which we felt as an association was underused and it had been neglected over the years. So we put forward some proposals for how we felt it should be improved, and they've allocated some money towards that now. The improvements will include replanting some of the plants, improving the pathways with new material. Also, another improvement will be the crossings. They want to include crossings around the area because it's actually like a roundabout area, and they felt in order to make it safer and encourage people to walk through the area, they're going to put crossings in.
We have 39 countries on this estate, 1,100 properties, and now we have been able to establish a multicultural carnival where all the communities who live here celebrate their cultures. The first time we did, even United Nations celebrated its 50th anniversary with us on this estate. Every July, there's a Saturday that has been chosen, and all the communities around here, they come in and we celebrate these rich cultures. brought-up farm is where I live, and I have to make sure that the environment is tidy, is clean. Thank God we have play areas, we have landscape, we have gardens that make this place beautiful. We have all nation gardens here, and now we have been blessed with a family center where children are taken care for family, for parents to go to work. It's all new things that has come into the community that has made a change, and I think we have worked hard to restore the image of this community. And now there's no any void property on the estate. Everybody is fighting to come in. All this have been achieved because we have a solid resident association where people come in and be part of all what is going on.
Hello, everybody. Punta Pieta, bonjour, guten tag, galasori sede, namaste, shalom, konnichiwa, kimchu, bukishu, malende, sasrigal, hola, habarigani, merhaba, salam alaikum, roch bash. And welcome to everybody to the second annual Chestnuts Festival. The festival is organised by local people for local people, and I see there's a hell of a lot of local people here today. The organisers are the Woodlands Park Residents Association, North Chestnuts Residents Association, Gardeners Resident Association and the British Trust for Conservation Volunteers.
I think the Residents Association has had an influence on the atmosphere of the area, just even with starting with the committee where you know, we're now used to dealing with people on the other streets, and we have friends who live in other parts of the area. And if we're more aware of the needs of the community, then we'll go out and we'll make an effort to talk to people who are around us. So there's a knock-on effect as well.
And also it's very important not to be exclusive, I think, as a Residents Association, and to always look at the wider picture and make sure that your neighbours on either side are also sort of wanting to go along the same path, really, so that you're not wanting to do something that would make things worse for them or vice versa. So it is very important to work with everybody.
It's very important that we involve all ages and sections of our community. In particular, children need to be actively involved.
Some of the students from the local school, part of the academy, were asked to design a mural for the area.
Well, we've been running children's clubs as well, getting local youths involved in creative pursuits like photography.
They are our future leaders, tenants. We will go and they will be there. Inclusion is also very important.
There are also some very important issues that affect all of us throughout the borough. For example, the campaign over National Health Service cuts has brought together residents groups, trades unions and health professionals.
We're marching today because St Anne's Hospital in Tottenham is facing £11 million worth of cuts. Wards will close, services will shut down. We're marching today in protest against cuts in St Anne's Hospital and health services across Haringey. St Anne's Hospital faces £11 million.
I thought it was a tremendous march, and I hope it's the start of many more. At the North Middlesex Hospital, the management have announced cuts of £15 million. In 2008, they're going to cut the money, they're going to half it, and at that point, you'll have all the private companies in, and they will charge, and we'll have to pay for our NHS like you have to pay for the dentist. Now, I think what happened here today is tremendous. A terrific march through the town centre and lots of support.